he scored in the 59th minute, and then all of a sudden the game was only going one way. But that Trincao goal, you should search it out. It's a really beautiful goal. And again, as I was saying, yeah, Real Madrid and Barcelona are starting to put some form together. So Real Madrid have only won 3 of their last 5, but Barca have now won all of their last 5.
Yeah, and the team that has won a ton of games recently, I don't have the number in front of me, but they are Sevilla, and the Papu Gomez, the latest addition to their super offensive collection, just said, I'm a new Sevilla player. I might as well score a sick goal from the distance. Go watch Papu Gomez's first goal for Sevilla. I have a feeling that not far from here, in Bergamo, quite a few fans saw that goal, and they were just like,
Just one tear rolling down the cheek.
But you know what's one crazy thing about Papu Gomez? So Papu Gomez kind of became, besides being a great footballer, in Italy a few years back, he became kind of a symbol to many famous Facebook, Instagram pages that talk mainly about fantacalcio, fantasy football, right? So he became kind of famous because he actually did a featuring with one of these pages. They did a little video clip together where they were doing the infamous Papu dance, like the little dance that he used to do after he scored the goal. But, he had a great season, plenty of assists, plenty of goals. And the next season, he wasn't as good. But the thing is that Papu Gomez was never like the big-time goal scorer. But then I think that after that high, he went low again, and it was just like, you know what? I feel like I love taking part in goals. And ever since, it's always been a constant presence, either in the assist list or in the goals list. The guy's been delivering, and I think that Atalanta fans, as much as they were trying to act rational, like there is no future, if you've argued with the coach, you've argued with the management, you want to go, we'll let you go. But I feel like deep down, it's more bitter than sweet as a feeling.
Yeah, I think it's a shame for it to end the way it has, right? But he's going to, we talked about it last week, he's going to absolutely love life in Sevilla, I think.
Oh, yeah, and he's Argentinian, they speak the same language. I'm these things matter in football too.
Sevilla is a fun city. I've been there for a weekend and it is a lot of fun. Don't go in the summer. I do not flourish in the Andalusian summer, but it's a really, really fun city. So I'm sure Papu will be having a great time.
People getting married at like 11 p.m. because it's too hot to get married. And you would have like your makeup drooling over your face if you got married during the day.
It is brutal. But what a city, what a team. Betis and Sevilla in that city as well. I always forget Betis are from Sevilla.
Yeah, and the Sevilla are right now only 1 point below Barcelona and Real Madrid in 4th place in La Liga. So, yeah, looks like a pretty strong season from the boys. Rory, I think we've got the Bundesliga left to cover before we jump.
Was that German?
That was my 9:15 p.m. impression of a German speaking English with a very bad accent.
Well, last time my German accent was just a quote from a war film, so I think it's a step up. I think it's a step up, maybe.
That says a lot about us, I feel like. So, yeah, my headline was, are Borussia Dortmund going to miss out on the Champions League this year? Because they're 4 points below the UCL qualifying zone. It would be the first time since 2015-2016 that they don't participate, but they've lost again. And in the meantime, Bayern Munich are just taking flight far away from all the rest of the teams with 7-point lead.
I feel like literally ever since I said Dortmund is a fun place to be, they've absolutely shat the bed.
Great shout.
I'm really sorry, Dortmund fans. I've ruined it. But also, your manager might be ruining it. The fact that they had to get rid of Favre obviously wasn't a good thing. Even though he wasn't doing particularly well, I think a caretaker manager for this long across the season is a bit of a worry. Yeah, they look like there's just no real plan, loss of direction, or maybe the players are just distracted. Like every so often, Sancho and Haaland will have an absolute blinder, but then they lose to like bottom of the table, or they lose to like relegation fodder, and it's just a weird place to be, right? But Haaland and Moukoko, another football manager legend, remember the name, linked up for a beautiful goal. So there's still, as ever with Dortmund, there's still like saplings of hope, right? Where you're like, okay, give it a couple of years and they'll be there. But I think they've definitely not this year, Dortmund, unfortunately, and Bayern. I'm repping the Bayern tonight, by the way. I've joined the dark side. I think they're just going to waltz. Is that a German dance? I think it's a German dance. They're going to waltz their way to the Bundesliga title, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little sad, but we let's consider Europe's top 5 leagues. So La Liga, we hope that it's done. We hope that it's done. We really hope so.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, Colchoneros.
Don't
Bundesliga
now.
done. Then we've got Serie A and Ligue 1, where it's very much alive. But then, Rory, what about the Premier League? I don't know how smooth of a transition this is going to be, but is the title race over in the Prem?
I think the title race got shot in the back of the head in a field last night. I think Man City absolutely put it to bed. They were terrifying in that second half. They were absolutely terrifying. Obviously, they were aided by Alisson, just for the first time, really, that I can remember, Alisson making not one mistake, but 2 huge mistakes.
I mean, I just want to say something. I actually had it was not an argument at all. The tones were very, very light, but there was this meme page that posted, the usual Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man without the glasses. And this is Alisson, and then he puts on the glasses, and this is Karius. And I was just like, guys, this is a little too much considering the goalkeeper. And they were like, come on, it's going to be funny for 24 hours. I was like, all right, I'm going to come checking in 25, because in 25 hours, he doesn't deserve this much of a stick. His 2 mistakes, they are bad. They're not Karius-like, though. Come on.
No, I didn't say they were.
No. I was just wondering in general.
I think... Well, the thing is, with Carriers, the Liverpool fans, not all of them, obviously, but a lot of Liverpool fans sent him death threats and all sorts. So I'd be surprised if Alisson isn't getting the same treatment this morning. They are quite melodramatic. But
Chris,
it was just...
Are you listening?
I don't know if he's here yet. But the first one was really bad. He tried to take on, I think it was Sterling, and just completely bottled it, and then you could see he panicked and then passed it straight to the City player, and you're like, oh, his head's gone. And then the second that goal went in, you knew that another mistake was coming. And then City were so rampant at that point that they were going to take any opportunity. Sterling finally, and one of those mistakes led to Sterling's first goal against Liverpool, I believe, since he joined City at Anfield. It's like, that must have hurt. But
I feel bad, especially for our friend, manager Filippo Giovagnoli, who in our interview that we published last week said that if he had to pick a goalkeeper in world football right now, it would be Alisson, because he can build from the back. Guess what the mistakes were exactly while building from the back? But I assume that this is also a risk that you take, you're willing to take. Building from the back is not easy. And man, when I watch the replays of the goals, just take a look at the pressure that the Man City offensive line is exercising on the defenders. It looks easy from outside, but when you're there with 5 guys around your defenders, actually one more than your defenders, you're like, what am I going to do now? So also bad mistakes from the goalkeeper, but also great job from Man City in applying the pressure, textbook definition of applying the pressure on the defensive line, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying, they were absolutely rampant in that second half. The first half was a bit, I'm not going to say dull, but it wasn't particularly exciting. Gundogan missed a penalty, and this is City have this weird thing about missing penalties against Liverpool. KDB missed one there. He missed one at the Etihad earlier this season. I want to say he missed one at Anfield last season. They always seem to miss penalties against Liverpool. And at that point, you thought, okay, maybe Liverpool are going to take this game. Then the second half, City came out, Gundogan put it right and scored the first goal. But I want to talk about one player, and he's someone that we're going to focus on, I think, in a later episode. Phil Foden.
We've mentioned the guy a few times in the pod.
Yeah,
we don't only say bullshit, guys. We've actually.
I feel we might sometimes know a little bit what we're talking about, but I don't want to jinx it, because then watch this. But no, I think he is the most exciting English youngster, and we've got a lot of exciting English youngsters at the moment. We're very lucky. Hopefully, we'll see out their potential, because that's what English players very rarely do. But Foden is unbelievable to watch. His goal was ridiculous. He absolutely ran the game last night. he's just, and what I wanted to highlight was because maybe a season or 2 seasons ago, a lot of pundits in the UK were saying, why is he not playing Foden? Pep doesn't give young English players opportunity. He wants to play Silva. Silva's like nearly retired. Why is he doing it? What he was actually doing was managing his career very bloody well.
Yeah, very good point. Very good point.
He's slowly brought him into the team, allowed him to learn the system, learn the position that he was there to replace. He is there to replace David Silva, right? Mm-hmm. He's let him learn from him. He's let him learn the position, learn the system, and he's brought him into the team when he's ready. And he is absolutely ready.
How old is the guy?
He's 22, I want to say, 21, 22.
Yeah. I mean, the whole career before him, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think people often have a go at Pep for not being able to bring through youngsters, or that he was very lucky with the generation at Barca. He didn't really produce them, if you know what I mean. But I feel like with Foden, he has shown how wily he is, because a lot of managers would have just thrown him in at the deep end and gone, right, go play. And by now his confidence might be destroyed. He might be injured. I feel like he has managed Foden very well, and England thanks you, because for Euro 2021, if we build the team around him, I'm pretty optimistic. Him, Grealish, Saka, Sancho, Rashford, Kane, like this is an exciting attacking team. If we play it right, if Southgate does it right and isn't too conservative, we've got a very exciting team, I think.
Mate, there was a video that I saw on Instagram of actually posted by one of those Italian fantasy football pages that I was talking about, where you see Phil Foden in a dressing room, I think after an FA Cup match or something. He wasn't playing, he's wearing like a jacket and everything, and he's playing, I don't know how you call the game in English, but basically just like toss the ball to the wall and get it with the opposite foot, like stop, pass, stop, pass, stop, pass. The guy keeps going for like 25 passes, and he shoots absolute rockets against the wall. And when the ball comes back, stops it, passes it back to the wall, and he keeps going for like 30, 40 times. The guy is extremely talented, like extremely skilled. Rory, I see you're busy with some Twitch action.
Someone just commented. I've lost track of that. Oh, it was Mr. Kobayashi.
Hey, Bryce, what up, man?
It's the Salford Iniesta. So yeah, I think people are slowly starting to realize just how good he is. And I saw a great photo of him sat as a ball boy at Man City about 10 years ago, which is always nice to see.
Yeah. Also, a little trivia, football unrelated. My friend Bryce, his handle is Mr. Kobayashi. Can you remember what movie that is from?
I'm honestly, this week and last week, I've been looking at that name and going, I wonder what that is. And I feel like now I'm going to look stupid. It's like Karate Kid or something.
No. It's from a great movie, The Usual Suspects.
Oh, so go watch. I've seen it once. Right.
Go watch that movie again, and at the end.
Spoiler alert! No, wait. Yeah.
No. But at the end, this is another spoiler alert. You will be like, "All right, Mr. Kobayashi, nice. Thank you for joining us, Bryce." So, Rory, our friend Kamal was asking on Instagram today. Do we think that Man City are running away with the trophy? Jurgen Klopp was asked the same question last night, and he said, yes, they're fucking running away with it.
Right? You know when someone's like, I'm fine, right? It's like, Jurgen, fucking chill out, bro. Like, I know, like...
And it sucks, right?
Yeah, I had this debate with Chris, and I was like, is he just getting really moany? Because I feel like he moans a lot now. I feel like he's moaning all the time. It's constantly something like, he was moaning about Man City having too long a break. He was moaning about the TV times. He was moaning about the wind. He was moaning about everything. And then Chris made a fair point of like, no, but when you're winning, nobody cares what you're saying. Now he's losing. People actually care if he's like what he's talking about. I was like, that's probably a fair point. But
yeah,
I saw a video of him after the match, and he was horrifically rude to a foreign journalist. So I think maybe Jurgen needs to take a check a little bit. But
okay, interesting. Yeah, I just think that for a German, he's extremely emotional. Like he has mood swings for being a German. More like he's more of an Italian than a German. I feel like when he's happy, he's in the best mood. When he's angry, he's fucking angry, and there is no middle. It's either white or black. Rory. So Man City might as well be running away with the title. But since Bryce is on, do you want to talk about Man U's loss against Everton?
Yeah, who are they running away from? They are running away from their neighbours. And yeah, Manchester United managed to endeavour to lose against Everton 3-3. and I'm aware it was a draw, but he